Rich, your head got awful small. What the heck's going on? Who's that? Barbara Guinevere with you or who? Oh yeah. Biggest castle in the world situated in a cave. I think the horses ate here. I've seen something like this in a lot of fort entrances. The murder hole. This is where you would drop stuff down on the people trying to break into your front door. The toilet. With ventilation. A shot down to the water flowing underneath us. Damp, wet, and bloody. Ooh, yeah, you can see how this could be easily defended. Flag's up. Queen must be in. Ooh, water running down there. Living and dining area. Another one of the highnesses. Oh, the kitchen. Oh.
There's mushrooms growing there.
There's growing there.
Oh, wait.
I see,
Yeah,
I
so
see.
you gotta zoom in to
See
get
the
there.
refrigerator in there, the box. Behind you here.
Oh, here.
Cool.
Sure enough. That's the well. That's the
This
well.
other lady said it was.
It became a holdout here for over a year. There's all kinds of secret tunnels underneath that the enemy didn't know existed. So there was ways of bringing food in here. The castle was eventually taken because one of the servants talked to the enemy and told them the thinnest spot in the fortification was where the toilet is. So they set up their catapult to pound that area. We saw where the toilet was. And that opened it up and allowed entrance of the enemy into this fortification. I guess I'm going up there. No, it was a long climb for somebody with real short legs. But Little Rich made it all the way up here all by himself. The warmest room in the castle. It was actually heated. And right next door, very religious people. The trestling in the overhead, even though it's reproduction, very interesting. Oh, Rich, you're sorry to turn in your speaking device that told us all the facts about this place, but they belong to the castle, not to us. So This is the treasury where things were kept, documentation and the like. Of course, we're almost on the ground floor, so it's not real secure as it would be farther up. But then again, it's pretty damp farther up. No, you can't shoot this cannon either. We didn't bring any powder, let alone a light.
Carrying her along on the set.
The choo-choos. This is basically the keep. The highest point in the castle. Should the lower levels get overrun, then you would come to the keep. Higher up and defendable. Had its own drawbridge. The cave castle. Holy moly. We saw topside running the troughs. Guess where they go? Water supply. And then the cave system.
Yes.
Where are we going?
We're going through the caves.
We may never return.
We may never return.
No, we'll never return.
And our fate will be unknown.
Look at.
At least we're not
train
under
came
the
back
streets of
empty.
Boston.
Look at. The
Oh.
train came back empty.
It's 58 degrees, 90% humidity. And you wanted a coat, you didn't bring a coat? You can rent one for 3 €. Or is it
With
5?
Yvonne.
We have our little talking devices. Can't sightsee the cave alone on our own. Must be with the group. Stay with your guide, otherwise you'll be shot. We're in Disney World. Oh my. Don't drink the water. The river originally carved its way through here about 70 million years ago. You have this hard overstructure and limestone underneath. Rich actually jumped out of my pocket. He wanted to stay down here, nice and cool. Glenn captured him and gave him back to me. I now have custody. Rich, do you like this cave? Oh yeah, I like the cave. I like the cave. I like the cave. We're climbing the mountain.
Well, I really probably should have one with him.
Yeah.
1980, they electrified the cave. Previously, they used candles and torches, and people on little carts were pushed through here. One centimeter in 200 to 400 years. It's a slow growth. This is a great place to visit. Oh, what a neat place. Pisa. You might say that you've seen 1 square foot, just like a coral reef, of cave, and you've seen it all.
No.
But there's no reproduction here. There's no similarities. It's all different. As nature forms its calcium towers and columns. I don't know. It's the fairyland. There's a castle in the sky. The calcite really sparkles in here. 100 years ago, this was the end of the tour. So they punched a hole through the wall here into another chamber for the exit. Well, 120-year-old Russian bridge is still here. All kinds of caves that spring off from here. Chamber they punch through to so we can have a round trip rather than going backwards over the same area. But look at the ceiling. It's hull shaped like the inside of a ship upside down. New Mexico is pretty neat. But what I've seen on the internet, it's nowhere near as nice as this. Exit stage left. And while we were in there, 1819. This is the massive column. And it's slowly growing, one drip at a time.
Spiders, even grasshoppers, shrimps, and if you can find it, can live up to 100 years old. But what's even more amazing than that is the fact that it can survive 10 years without any food at all. Now just imagine if we were able to go to that.
There's about 115 species that live in this cave, all very small. Hey, Little Rich. Yes. Are you thirsty? Yeah. Oh, look at these hamburgers. Barbara, do you have a large hamburger?
Yeah, are
I
you
think somebody
hungry?
burnt the top of it.
No, they're burnt all the way. They're black burgers.
War. This is the Russian Bridge. It was built by prisoners, Russian prisoners, during the First World War. So we got a little bit of World War I history here. Little Richard survived with Barbara in the cave.
Did you enjoy the cave?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Thank you.
good.
Thank you,
I'm
thank
so
you,
happy
thank
you did.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing. Hmm.
Oh.
Well, we almost.
Here's one of those hay rugs. You got a roundabout in the middle. Shovel off what you want.
Yawn. Look at. Oh, cabbage. That's cabbage.
And it's welcome. This is pretty nice.
Beautiful now. We need to check it.
Even And we have partly sunny skies above us. Around 70 degrees maybe. Well, kids, how was the Chinese dinner?
Delicious! Oh, that's the Japanese.
Oh, yeah, that's the wrong continent. Well, wrong island. Well, this is our last night here. End of the pre-trip. Let's go on to the main trip.
Is that the leaning tower of Pisa from the other side?
I don't think so.
Here comes another tree.
In the year 1818, he was completely amazed by everything that he saw inside. He thought he was in heaven, and it looks like he wasn't the only one who thought so, because the very next year, 1819, this cave was already open for visitors.
Well, we're leaving the Julian Alps. And it's a misty morning. It's Wednesday, the 30th, August. 10 o'clock in the morning, the streets are locked off. They're open through 10 to allow the vendors to get in.
Western area because Ljubljana is primarily bicycles. That's not the case today, but usually there are a lot of bikes, and as I said, people, one on the right hand side is a European.
Square. Again, from 10 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock at night, no cars are allowed in the central city, the old city. Ladies have to go down to the restroom.
You gotta go to the third bridge.
And we have to go to the third bridge to find our WC. And we're on the other side, the third bridge. There's 3 bridges here in this narrow area. Thank you.
Hello.
It is because of these.
Yeah, each little community has their church. Well, the bus dropped us off in Ljubljana, the capital of Slovenia. We're headed out of the commercial district into the old part of town. Electric chargers, not very many of them available, but the power is free. They're trying to induce people to purchase electric vehicles. It's not very popular, but free gets some people going in that direction. Unique old city portion of the capital city. Guy was a Slovenian poet. He wrote the national anthem. And his name is P-R-E-S-E-R-E-N. Okay? You pronounce it. We're gonna cross. I think it has maybe a couple of extra locks on it. Did anybody bring a key? Piece of really strange art. You're supposed to pull the key with your love after you locked it and throw it into the river.
But there is a catch because I already realized.
If you need a key, I guess it's down there. We have dragons from the underworld.
Guys, right from the start, they come with the combination lock. I mean, some people are really.
What's that? You didn't bring your lock?
I didn't bring my lock. but I locked it in your heart.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. I don't see the dragons.
Stops away, and they bring it here. We call it milk machine. Why? Because if you don't have a bottle on you, you would just place 30 cents here, the bottle would pop out, and then according to how much milk you want, you just place coins and place the bottle underneath. But if you ask me, 1 liter for €1.30, that's a bargain. And why you cannot have it in the United States?
Pasteurized.
Pasteurized. Exactly.
Not pasteurized.
And we have now dozens of these machines around, spread throughout the cities. But when the first one was installed here, milk was so fresh that the locals started doing like this. If there is actually a living cow inside. But there is a...
Again, the barriers are up. Yvonne touched the nose of the benefactor here. It's a history story. He told the whole history story.
Which hand did you just use?
How the Turks captured kids and took them away and brainwashed them and sent them back to capture more kids and put them in their army. Very interesting motif. I think it's blood sausage. Yes, they have blood sausage here. Oh, my mother used to eat that. Oh, no way, Jose.
Green areas was and Cavalier that you saw with an electric vehicle, our buses, they run.
Oh, map of the city.
Inside there are really beautiful pieces of architecture and white colors.
In the world. Oh, there'll be dragons above the castle. There'll be dragons above the castle. The box is below grade. And you see these little disposal things? There's a monstrous storage facility underneath.
It's not that strong, it has only 21% of alcohol, but it's really tasty.
Lady.
Oh, thank you very
Okay,
much.
you are welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Don't drink yet. Don't drink yet. Okay.
It's really tasty and it's really sweet, and Slovenia, 60% of Slovenia is just forest. If we wouldn't have really good mushrooms and blueberries, I don't know who would. So here, let's do it the Slovenian way. Na zdravje! Then in one hit you go. And if you're looking for authentic Slovenian souvenir, this would be the place. They're selling small
Electric bus that runs around for those that need it.
They serve authentic Slovenian
Unique old town.
knowledgeable guys and girls. They speak fluent English.
I think it's raining here. Trash truck. Quaint European streets. Still going to settle on this place. It's right next door to the other one. Ooh, and they are on TripAdvisor. Excellent. It's warm.
What's the soup? That's how. Yeah,
There it is.
that's how they're making it.
Now she's supposed
And
to
that's what you're
be using a
stepping on it?
tablecloth to roll it.
Well, everybody does it.
Well, that's what they did in Hallville. That's the hard way.
So it gets
The
baked in
pizza.
that kind of pan?
On our own for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Ooh, there's a castle up there. Not today. Maybe tomorrow. Or next week. Or how about next year? Hey, no computers here. This is all hand-driven.
Oh my!
It's a good saying.
An industrial full of sugar chocolate.
And this shop sells
But this is really healthy.
salt and chocolate.
And the wrappings, envelopes, throw them in the yellow bin. Here we go.
Thank you.
Wow, it's really small.
Look at that.
Croatia. We're in the Dubrovnik Hotel. Rich. We're taking it easy.
Yeah. Can you believe a lazy boy or a recliner in a hotel room? I'm staying here for 4 days. It's a keeper.
Hey, Little Rich. Are you having a good time now that you're in Croatia?
3 days, maybe.
Croatia. Interesting. Oh, no big screen TV. That'll demerit them. Definitely 1 point.
You're gonna have.
I guess that makes it real. Eateries, eateries, eateries everywhere. Mr. Tesla was from Croatia. Went to work for Edison. Had other ideas. Big into AC power ideas. Edison didn't like AC, like DC. Oh, Demir is our guide. Trip leader.
Yes? Okay. First, tell me, how do you feel in Zagreb?
Trams run all over the city. Real nice. Electric drive. Cheech Square, named after, needless to say, the general that united these two areas, parts of the country. Example of a shopping center. Down in the basement is a supermarket. Like we've seen all over Europe, that's where they hide their supermarkets, in the basement of big stores, clothing stores. That church is under construction, at least the towers. It's a depiction of the city. That's the church there that's under repair. This is the main square right behind our hotel. It's named after the guy on the horse. I forgot his name. Some people love him, some people hate him. Some call him a patriot, some call him a traitor. Let's see, the man on the horse.
We are going to the big church.
He is right there, and our hotel is to the left.
Garden would be right over here. I would say from here to here, we need about 15 minutes.
Cathedral to Mary. And as we enter the farmer's market, it's the Church of Mary. Lots of red roof covering tents. At one time was the border between the two cities. filled in. Thanks to the guy on the horse. It originally was just a creek that ran through here. Two ethnic sides of the town.
This is the place to see
Towns. Into whiskey or vodka, but sweet plum drink. They say it's 41% alcohol and it'll knock you on your butt. Maybe I should try some of that. It's called rakia. It's an analogy that this town is a lot like Budapest or Prague. It's right on, definitely. Maybe one of the world's shortest funiculars. We're going up there. It's about 60 cents for the ride.
Millennium. Tough question.
Funicular to the fortification that once protected the city. It's a short ride.
Treći dan ovoga, bili smo na godišnjem. Pa mi treći dan
The short ride.
Make you feel secure.
Yeah, I know. Okay. And you can stand there.
We're now on the upper town.
Shoots exactly at noon, so in about 25 minutes. And actually, it's a very strong sound.
From the tower is fired every day at noon, and it's pretty loud, they say. Oh, into the upper town. Oh, that's an impressive roof. Tesla. Croatian Parliament. St. Michael, I don't know what, I didn't catch the church's name. The flags represent two different eras where this country was the symbol of. I think it changed from the right to the left. The dividing town with a creek down the middle, all joined together into one. Say they fire the cannon at noon every day from the tower.
There it went.
And I think it had a good report. All right. One of the gates into the city, the original city, back in the 1300s. It got converted into a religious Catholic shrine after the walls didn't need to be up to fend off the Turks. Yes, St. George the Dragon Slayer. Another myth. Well, St. George, do you know the way back to our hotel? The back side of the gate into the old city at one time. Boy, they tore down all the defensive walls. In Square. And our hotel. Big glass thing in front of us.
Oh, there's
Let's stop in a brewery.
And let everybody get a taste and everything, and if we like something, we could have something else.
We'll be prosit. We'll be a drinking here.
Yeah.
And Yvonne's gonna go swimming here shortly.
They're short. I bet you there's just as much in all these as in that one.
Probably.
What'd you say? Probitsky tester. starts out with a Pilsner, then a Pale Ale, and then a Lager, then a Schwarzbier, and a Weizenbier, and a Lager, and a Seasonal. They're all set.
Lots of luck.
No,
Sure.
no zdrowie.
No zdrowie?
No zdrowie.
Okay. Chicken salad sandwich.
No. You
Chicken
ordered
salad
chicken
salad.
I got Croatian sausage and beans.
And Barbara got a whole gackle of chicken stuff.
Got a couple chickens there.
Opera House. We're walking to the Tesla Museum and the Botanical Gardens instead of taking the blue trams. It's not gang graffiti, it's the young kids expressing love for their name. Oh, they scribbled everywhere. There's no stopping them. They just cover it up with new paint and kids come right back and do it again. So they just leave it.
So we should stop this now, huh?
Forearms.
Thomas, you should have that in our backyard.
Oh yeah. Presses. Screw. Various turbines, pumps,
Yeah.
volutes.
That was an adventure we've ever had.
Well, this was an adventure too. Into that little.
There was a place
Yvonne.
our engine was running.
Steam reciprocating engine.
That's right.
Off of a ship.
See, these things go up and down. Right?
Yep. I like to crank in your car.
Trying to think where that's. Where was that?
Full of all kinds of unique. Ooh, a Wankel engine. My gosh. These were going to be the power source of the future back in the 60s. But the Wankels never really worked out. Hey, Wankel, 4-stroke car engine. Tesla. Let's go in and see what they have to say about him. He's born in Croatia. Again, Tesla worked for Edison. And Edison was big into DC, direct current. But Tesla was big into AC, alternating current, which we have today. You name it, engineering-wise, there's a piece of it in here somewhere. Oh my gosh, even a submarine. I could spend a day and a half in here if I didn't know anything to learn. And the Tesla portion of it is just one room back there with all kinds of displays and pieces and parts of his equipment and how they work. The rest of this is engineering. Ooh, I gotta go down below and look at that sucker. Submarine. Technology. That's what this place is all about. And how it's progressed through the past. Photo enlargers. Even have a display on the nuclear power plant here. The one and only that they have in the country. Simulated fuel assembly. Submarine. A little bitty sucker. a tank with its transmission and engine displayed. Yvonne could drive this very easily. She's a zero lawnmower tractor driver, zero turn. Had capability, there was 3 crew members and 3 torpedo tubes. Looks like you have capability of going inside, you know. Below decks tour for special occasions, like we do on the Cobia. 1 officer, 3 enlisted, and 2 torpedo tubes. The steam engine, and that is the cylinders, the steam engine itself. Up there, that's all just boiler. Hey, would it be okay if I stayed here overnight? Young kid in the window. Well, there's ghosts in this place. They would get along with you just fine. The building is, but it's got some very neat
So we just walked
features
up
on
here.
top.
Yeah, there we walked here. Or did we walked here?
Ooh,
Here's the building.
ooh,
So it's right here.
ooh. Me. Go home. Go home.
Hey, we have to watch that one.
The girls were nice enough to go to the museum with me, and I'm nice enough, I hope, to go with them to the botanical gardens. Big place.
An hour anyway, right? We have?
We'll see what we can see.
Before they close, you mean? Yeah.
They're exercising their toes. Croatian flag, yay. Well, we're up to 16,000 steps today,
Those are concrete.
and we need
Honeycrisp.
a little bit of refreshment to ensure that that's rum.
That's our deck.
Barbara thought that was ice and water, but she drank rum straight.
Cheers.
Na zdravi.
There's a boat ride coming up.
Yeah. That's going to be a good thing.
More rum and coke. I think this is where we're eating. I just make that assumption here. Onward.
Any other name?
Our group has arrived. This is a welcome dinner. Today our tour took us around this area, the old part of town. And then we had lunch, and then we walked down here to the Tesla and the Engineering Museum, and then walked back through the Botanical Gardens and back to the hotel. Dinner tonight was down around here somewhere.